What's going on, Gemini? And thank you guys so much for tuning in. All right, guys, so this is going to be your March mid-month reading, so let's jump right into things. Now, this is going to be for the dates March 15th to the 31st. So this will be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Gemini signs. And keep in mind, guys, that energy could be transferable. It could be you I'm picking up on, or it could be someone that you're dealing with, or some sort of energy or environment around you, okay? All right, guys, so what is going on for Gemini? What is Gemini going through right now? Now, guys, this deck that I'm using is called the Wild Unknown Tarot, okay? What is going on with the sign of Gemini? The Hanged Man reverse pop out. Popped out. I said pop out. All right, the Hierophant. All right, we have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So let's start with these three and then we'll build on this. Okay, guys. So the energy that we have here is the Moon card reversed. So there's definitely some sort of revelation somebody has come to. And it's like they're in a place where they don't want to fight. They don't want to argue. They don't want any sort of conflict. They lose faith in something and they're willing to put it in the past, okay? They're willing to release the burden of it, even if it's something where a person feels a betrayal or maybe somebody feels something just ended harshly or abruptly, okay? So there's just a sense of making peace with that. Now, with the Hierophant, this is interesting because this shows something that was kind of meant to be in your life, something that can push you towards a good path. All right. With these two cards here, this could be promiscuity with the Knight of Cups in the reverse. It could be someone who's kind of like emotionally all over the place. Someone who could be manipulative at times. But there's something that kind of feels forced or kind of feels like you're coming out of your comfort zone. Okay, and maybe it's something that stirs with you emotionally, but maybe this is something that you're supposed to be going through. So let's just build on this. Why is this Hanged Man here? We have the Queen of Wands. So for some of you, this could have to do with the fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. All right, we have the Nine of Swords. We have the Three of Wands, and we have the Five of Swords in the reverse. Okay. I definitely feel, guys, as if there's something where either you or maybe someone around you has become very, very fed up with the situation. Okay, there's a lot of different energy here. There's definitely expansion that's coming in, and it's something that's supposed to happen, but I feel as though someone's worried about it for some reason. It's not a path that will necessarily bring you conflict, but there's concern here. Why is there concern here? Let me pull a card. We have the Empress card. There is something available to somebody where there's not going to be conflict, this new path, something that you're meant to go towards, but maybe someone feels as if they're cheating another person by doing this. Okay, or maybe someone's just really scared and someone's asking, do I have what it takes to go towards this? Because I see a lot of expansion, but maybe it's out of the norm. Maybe it's bringing you out of your shell in a way that maybe you don't feel comfortable with this, or maybe someone else doesn't. Now, this is something that you guys are very successful with, but at the same time, again, I feel as if someone feels that they're betraying someone, but for some reason, it's like someone feels like they can be betraying someone, but they're really not. Okay. All right, let's pull some more cards. What is going on, Gemini? Ooh. These cards want to fly all over the place. All right. Star card and the Ten of Swords came out again. Six of Wands, Ten of Wands in the reverse, and Six of Wands came out again. So guys, these are the same cards where it's like you're losing faith in something, and it could be something that hurt you to leave. And now there's success, and this success that comes in, it doesn't have any burden attached to it. But again, someone feels some sort of uneasiness. And maybe it's because you realize that with going to this new chapter, the past is really over. I feel like that's what it is for a lot of you, where you know that this is something that you're meant to do, and you're aware of that fact. But it's just like, damn, so that means it's really over. Okay, maybe you guys are maybe this is your first relationship or something after getting out of one, or your next relationship after getting out of one. So maybe there's that sense of like having to have that self-closure with something from the past, having to realize like, oh, I'm really doing this, I'm really moving on. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, all right, let's pull another spread for you guys. It's so funny because these cards have really been making me think lately, because I usually drop them and it's like ba ba ba, and I'm just telling everything, and now I'm just like, you know what, let me take a second, let me really see what Spirit is trying to say here. So thank you, Spirit. It makes reading more fun. All right, so this deck here, guys, is Mystic Monday Tarot. Strength card reverse popped out. Okay, we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Fool card in the reverse. The energy here we have is the Moon. Now, guys, with the energies and everything that I'm feeling here, I feel like you kind of feel like this person here. Okay, where they're kind of just, yes, they're taking in a lot, and there's a lot that they're understanding. But in understanding on a deep level also comes a sense of loneliness. Okay, that's where awakening comes in, where you feel that isolation. There's definitely something here that you guys aren't over. It's something that there's a lot of love and passion for it, for sure. So I feel like that's where this reservation comes from you having to lose faith in that, from you having to turn your back on that. Okay, and I feel like on a new level, you know that you're going towards a new chapter, and this is what you're meant to do, and this is the path you're meant to take, and it's what's best. But there's also that sense of maybe feeling unhappy or feeling defeated in a sense, because you know there's a certain path that's a mistake, but that doesn't mean that you're over that path. That doesn't mean you don't still think about that path, okay? All right, we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed, the Hanged Woman reversed, and then we have Seven of Wands in the reverse, and we have the Knight of Cups. Okay, so you know that you had to let something go here. Okay, that it was just too much burden. But I feel like for a lot of you, it's something that doesn't feel natural to let go. It doesn't feel natural to let go, okay? And it's like, you know there's a bad idea, but it's something that did make you feel fulfilled in some way. This could have been a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio you were dealing with, or just someone who's very charming, okay? It's some sort of close tie that is just difficult to see finally release. We have the Princess of Wands reversed. That's the Page of Wands here. We have the Seven of Swords. Two of Swords in the reverse. And we have the Nine of Cups. Okay. Yeah, guys, whatever it is that isn't good for you right now, it still has the capability of making you very happy. although you know this is something you can't go towards, I don't. I just don't feel like you guys are going to be sharing this with a lot of people, that you're secretly still kind of set on this. I also don't feel like some of you are going to tell people that you're kind of scared to be on your own, but I feel like that's something that you may be internalizing, and not even alone, okay? Because I see that there's definitely something there for you, whether it's a lover, someone that's close to you, that's around. But you feel alone because I feel like the company that you had preferred is not the company that's there. Okay. So it's kind of like the best way I could think about it is when you leave a love situation or something like that you didn't want to leave, and then the next person you end up with, you're kind of laying down next to them, and it's just like, this is fun, but you're not them. Okay, does that make sense? And you guys are just going to take the boss approach, and you're going to let that thing go. All right? With the Eight of Swords in the reverse, you see it for what it is, but that doesn't mean that that you're not going to feel inner conflict because of this. Okay? All right, guys. Let's pull another spread here. This is going to be like your guidance spread for this time. This is Tarot Grand Lux. Get some final guidance for Gemini. All right, we have the Two of Swords in the reverse, the World card in the reverse, and the Three of Swords in the reverse. Okay, yeah, guys, you definitely see something for what it is, and you're being honest with yourself, so that's very, very good. You know that there's something that you just have to remove yourself from. And a lot of you, we're getting the Moon card, we're getting the Hermit card, so there's going to be this sense of isolation that you feel with moving away from this. But even though you're not over it, and with the Three of Swords in the reverse, either you're hiding your pain or you're just in the process of healing. Okay, and you know that that's the path you have to take. You have to take the path where you choose to heal and you choose to walk away. But again, they're just not ready to turn the page just yet. That's really what I'm feeling. We have the High Priestess in reverse, the Ace of Coins. Okay, hold on. Oh my God. All right. Even though you would want this past thing to come into your life long term, you know deep down inside that there's a lot of illusion here. There's more cards that fell. I'll get to them in a second, guys. All right, so it's like deep down that it's not good for you, but that doesn't mean that you don't have that little bit of hope that's still kind of there. It's like, I know it's most likely not going to work out, but I hope it can. Okay. We have the Hermit card, the Page of Swords, the Fool card, and the Page of Coins. There is another offer. There's going to be something completely new that comes in, and it's something that I see you guys, taking one step at a time, building slowly, really building a foundation with someone or with something and going towards that chapter. And there's going to be so much passion here, but there's a lot of reservation because you're still feeling the effects of what you let go. Okay? So it's a karmic transition you're going through right now. For some of you, maybe this is going to be a fire sign that comes in, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. But guys, this is what was supposed to happen. You have the Hierophant and you have the Nine of Cups in the reverse and the 10 of Coins and the Sun card in the reverse. Wow, and the Six of Wands. So let's talk about this. So yeah, there's going to be this loss that is felt. But if you really trust in yourself and you really, decide to take this path, you have abundance, you have, unexpected blessings coming in, and you have victory. Okay? So you really do turn out much better than what you may have expected here. Okay? And this is you at the end of this all. The Emperor. Okay? So the Emperor, keep in mind, they're going to do what's most logical, what's best for the greater good. So the moment that you guys are able to release, so much comes in. I think that you guys just really have to come to terms with the fact that you have to release. And for some, it might be difficult to really sit there and be like, wow, it's really over. But that's what I'm feeling, that someone's really finally grasping that. Okay. So this is a lot, guys. I'm going to have another reading for you guys coming out shortly. So make sure you like, subscribe, comment, send this to friends if, you know, this is something that resonates with you. But guys, I love you so much. Follow me on Instagram, High Vibrations 44. You can find me on Twitter as well, Bruja. And if you guys need a personal reading, there are multiple ways to get it. Everything is in the link in the description below. Okay, take care.